Hi, I'm Beck Lane, and I'm an artist living in Sarasota, Florida, and I'm also an artist with a project called Avenue of Art that was recently destroyed by the state, or by the state and the city. So I've been talking kind of endlessly about this lately because I'm working very, very closely with Denise Cowell. Cowell or Cowell, I never say her last name right, and she never corrects me because she's a nice person. But we've been working together for about 2 months, I think now, on not just recovering from the erasures, which was really traumatizing for us and for the community, but we're also working together to, we've been cataloging the artwork, we've been building relationships and partnering with different organizations in the city and across the state. We've got a lot going on, and we're not talking about it publicly yet because we don't want to put the cart before the horse. So we're busy doing stuff in the background, but I'm super glad to say that I'm working with Denise over this, and Bill Baranowski, who is her fiance and also an organizer for Avenue of Art, manager for Chalkfest, and how I got involved. Bill is exactly how I got involved, and I've talked about that before. He utterly charmed me into doing 2 illustrations on the sidewalk, and then 2 more, and then 2 more. And one day I looked at him. I have a very unique position in this project, a very unique position in this project, and it's because of Bill and Denise. They both charmed me, and they've both become very good friends. But anyway, he said, "Can you do 2?" And I had to submit the designs. I got them okayed by Sea Alliance, who I was doing them in front of, and Denise and Bill. I did them to the entryway to Sea. And then, "Can you do 2 more?" And so I submitted designs for about public schools, which is part of another fight that I'm involved with. Submitted that to Sea Alliance, submitted it to Avenue of Art, Denise and Bill, my friends, got that okayed, and we went from there. And one day, I was painting Brenda Waddy, I believe it was, the Motown singer who lives in Sarasota. I was doing a paint portrait of her, I think it was, and I looked at Bill and I said, we were walking around and he was pointing out different sidewalk sections. And he said, "Oh, this artist never finished it." Bill said, "We have a number that this artist never finished. They started and didn't finish." And I said, well, that's weird. "And how many did they do?" And Bill said, 7. He said, "But again, they're not finished." Apparently this artist has temper tantrums and walks off, which I found out happens often. Or once in a while. So I said, 7? And Bill said, "Yes." And I go, "Watch me." And that started my challenge. How many can I do? The goal for me was 12. I got 11 accomplished. The project was shut down twice by, little Gladys Kravitzes in the neighborhood who have to make sure that everyone is miserable. But anywho, it was shut down twice. I got 11 accomplished on 15 sidewalk sections. So I have the very, 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 very unique ability to say, this distinction to say, I was the very last artist to put down the very last brushstroke on the very last day after doing the most illustrations for my friends Denise and Bill. And so with that is not just pride, but it also, I see it as a responsibility. To have that unique distinction is a responsibility. To show respect to the project, to show respect to the organizers, to show respect to all everyone that was involved, including my friend Kirsten, who went around and put down, not only made illustrations, but also coated every single one with a protective layer. I think it was poly something or other. I don't know. We made sure she made sure everyone was clean, and then she put down a sealant. So it's a responsibility to show respect. I'm not always good at showing respect when people piss me off, take advantage, are rude and cruel. I'm not. There's a point where I lose it and I turn into a silverback gorilla. And I'll turn and I did this physically on the job a couple times. Looked at people and went, huh, because they were just being territorial, which is unnecessary, and rude and cruel, which is unnecessary, and just me, look at me. I would get up, look at them and go, huh, turn around, sit down like a silverback gorilla in a cage, or at the zoo, or in the wild, just like, nope, not having it. And then after a while I get pissed, which I do periodically, and then I can't shut up. Once I've decided I'm mad, the behavior's not going to change, and I'm mad, I will come at you like a silverback gorilla in the wild. So, which is currently what's happening with one person. But anywho, with that comes responsibility, and in that responsibility, as I said, is showing respect to the artist, to the project, to the organizers. And so I am talking about it endlessly. I am helping with these different projects that we're putting together in so hard. Again, don't want to put the cart before the horse. But we are partnering with people that I'm very excited to be partnered with. We're building relationships. We're having phone calls every day with people throughout the state, which is super exciting. And in about 2 weeks, I can't announce this yet, but I think it's the 15th. I said the 16th last night, but that's a Sunday. So on the 15th, on Saturday the 15th, I'm putting together, it's a casual event, but it's an event, and it will be down in Burns Square, and it'll just be fun. It'll just be nice. So just like keep the date in mind, and as I solidify things, I'll let people know. But that's part of my responsibility, is being the very last artist to put down the very last brushstroke on the very last day, and doing the most, sorry, I'm a little broken finger, and doing the most work. Part of my responsibility is bringing people together. So we are bringing organizations and people together, and hopefully building a movement. It has been expressed to me that what we're doing, few people who do know the work we're doing, outside of Denise, Bill, and I, and this little core of artists who are all working together, what we're doing, and what we're going to be doing over the next months, however long, is emblematic of the fight we're having as a community, as members of a state and people in a country that feel trampled on, used, lied to, belittled, erased, or the attempt to erase us. This is emblematic of an awful lot, and we take it very seriously. In a colorful way, we take it seriously. So, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to get all that out there, because we're not talking, I don't know. I just wanted to get all that out there. And as we move along, we'll be a little bit more open with everyone, I think. No, we will. As we move along, we'll get better at communicating. But right now, we're not putting the cart before the horse. Let's just put it that way. we're building relationships, and I cannot wait to tell you all the, in fact, I have to have a meeting in a couple days. I cannot wait to tell you all the things that we have going on, because some of them are just fun and silly and exciting, and a way to fight back, push back. All right, that's it. But ciao. Oh, I only talked for 10.5 minutes. Congratulations. All right, anyway, ciao. Ciao. Meow, meow.